Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that follow me and support me, salute. And for my faithful patrons, double salute. Now, today's video, we're actually going to be talking about the Navy Federal car loans and what credit score you actually need for it. Now, here's the thing about the Navy Federal Auto Loan requirements. All right. One, you have to become a member. And for those of you, I always say, if you don't understand how to become a member, I have a video. So put your comment below and I'll actually send that video over to you. Sometimes I'm delaying on sending a video over because I get a lot of spam bots. And so I have to fight off those spam bots. And so it pushes your comment below. But please, if you want to see the video, put a link below, put a comment below. Hey, Houston, can I see that video? Now, after you join, here's the thing about it. I always tell people it's all about the relationship. And we're going to get more into about the relationship with Navy Federal. But when you're applying for a Navy Federal car loan or auto loan, they do a pre-approval. So you can do it online, you can do it through the app, or do it over the phone or in the office. I always tell people, if I were you, I would actually go either in the office or over the phone. The reason is because when they're already talking to you over the phone, verifying this information, it's so much easier for them to approve you right away. Now, if you're doing it through the app or online, sometimes it can take up to 2 or 3 days. Now, here's the thing about it. As you can see, when they're looking at your credit report, they're going to be pulling your FICO 9 Equifax. Now, some of you all may not really understand what that means, in which I'm going to talk about that as well. Another thing that you also have to understand is that they use internal scoring. Okay, and we're definitely going to talk about that because that's where all the leverage is. Now, understanding that there's no down payment, there's no additional documentation. Now, if you get denied, you may get denied because the credit limit you ask for, like you may ask for $50,000, right? If you ask for, or over $50,000, okay? When you ask for over $50,000 for a car loan and you never had a car loan paid off on your credit file, then for them, that creates a problem. So what you would have to do is negotiate with the recon line. Now, in terms of commercial vehicles, because I know there's a lot of people that's trying to become truck drivers and stuff like that, because these are consumer car loans. In terms of commercial vehicles, you would have to actually apply for the loan in the business name. All right, so you just have to keep that in mind. So if you're trying to take a personal loan check from Navy Federal and use it to buy a commercial vehicle, then they may not process that. I'm not saying they won't, but more likely they won't, because this is for a commercial, for a personal loan basically, and it's not for commercial vehicles. All right, now you may have somebody that maybe selling a vehicle or whatever, but if it's registered as a commercial vehicle, you may have some challenges there. Not saying it's impossible, but just keep that in mind, okay? I know a lot of people may have asked that question, but never really got an answer on that, all right? So, again, you can negotiate your loan amount. So where the if it's over 50,000, they can't do 50,000. Negotiate it to a lower amount, so at least you can get in the door with some type of assistance. And looking at your income, your income may not be enough. So if you have a spousal income, this is one thing I keep telling you guys: when you're applying for loans or credit cards and stuff, it's your overall household income. So you may be renting out a room or something like that. So if you're renting out a room, if you're renting out a room, then that's income that's coming in. If you are retired and you have money from an annuity and stuff like that, that's income coming in besides your retirement and things of that nature. So you have to also keep that in mind, that you more likely have more income than you actually think, and that they will allow you to document. Now, this is very important. When it comes to Navy Federal, again, they really don't base their car loans off of credit scores, okay? They look at their internal credit score more. They factor their internal credit score. So say that you have a low credit score, okay? So you're below fair. Okay, you'll have a bad credit score. But the thing about it, you may have a great internal credit score. So understanding that their internal credit score goes from 100 to 450. All right, and so with you may have been with Navy Federal for a long time. You may have a personal account, a savings account, a bank account with them as well, business account with them as well. You also may have direct deposits. Now, I'm gonna tell you this: if you don't have direct deposits with them, I would definitely encourage you, if you have a bank account with them, to continue making weekly deposits. Again, this is going to help with the internal score, because if they actually see you using your accounts and you're making deposits and stuff like that, again, that internal score is what matters, okay? And also in terms of your relationship with other financial institutions, these are the things that actually help calculate and create you a strong internal score, which makes it easier. Even if you have a bad FICO score, but you have a strong internal score, it's much more possible. It's a much easier process for them to approve you for that auto loan, okay? Because you have a strong internal score. Now, here's some of the things, like if you have a bad credit score and you're trying to get up there to where you can get a not only just a loan, but a decent interest rate where you're not in the double digits. Now, this is some of the things you can do. If you're paying rent and you're not getting credit, or it's not reporting to the credit bureaus, you can sign up for Boom Pay or Rental Karma. If you're using your debit card a lot, I keep telling you guys, search on your phone. It's an app called Extra Debit app, and all your debit card transactions, they actually report it to the credit bureaus. Then you also can add AUs. Experian Boost can help you with your credit. Also, Grow Credit. So your utility bills, your subscriptions, gym membership, Hulu, Netflix, and stuff like that. Again, utility bill. Those are the things that you can have added to your credit report, especially your FICO 9. And like I said, Navy Federal uses FICO 9. So because they use FICO 9, why not add these things to your credit file so it can help you boost up your credit score, so you can get the lower interest rates instead of the double digits. Now, if you get denied Navy Federal said, well, we can't help you with an auto loan. One of the places that work with subprime, and they're very good at it, like if you have a 500 credit score, subprime, hey, Capital One auto loan. Now, they will do a soft pull, okay? They do a soft pull and they're pulling on your FICO 8. Now, credit score. Sometimes they may pull the third party companies like Clarity, DataX, Factor Trust. So they may pull those as well, but a lot of times they may just do a soft pull on your FICO 8 credit scores to see what's going on. All right. And average time, if they don't have enough information, sometimes they're doing it manually. It may take them 7 to 10 business days. But if you have a higher credit score, hey, they may just approve you right then and there. Now, there is a minimum monthly income, which is between $1,500 to $1,800 they want you to show. Okay. If you're self-employed, you're going to need to show a copy of your pay stub or recent bank statements. Okay, so if you got 3 recent bank statements and you're self-employed, then hey, you're good. You can just go ahead and show them that information, show them proof that you have income coming in, and they'll accept that to help you get approved. All right. Now, in terms of this graduated to platinum rewards cards, these 2 things, I apologize for that, guys. Those don't apply to this situation. Now, here's something that you can do if you're trying to trying to get a car loan from Capital One. Here's a little backdoor secret that can help you. All right. Get a secured card. Secured cards start at $49 to $200. Okay. Then open up a personal account, a savings account, even a business account. You don't have to open up all 3. Okay, just having one is cool or whatever. But at the same time, because now you have information in their database, and it's much easier again because they work with a lot of people with subprime. Now, if you're subprime, this is what you have to understand. Your loan, your interest rate is going to be in the double digits. Okay? That's the reality of it. If you have a low credit score, you're in the 500s, your interest rate is going to be in the double digits. All right. However, applying some of the credit builder information that I just provided to you, once you get your credit score up higher, then you can refinance for a lower interest rate. And then I would probably, if I'm a member of Navy Federal, where Navy Federal turned me down, now that I do have the car and my credit score has boosted, then I would take it back, the car loan, over to Navy Federal and let Navy Federal refinance the car to where I'm in the single digits. So, and you can actually do that. It doesn't take a long time frame. Just as soon as your credit score goes up, so you got not approved with Capital One within that first 30 to 60, you got approved with Capital One right away, okay? And then within that 30 to 60 days, if your credit score jumps up 100 points, like I said, doing those things that I told you with your FICO 9, then I would go back to Navy Federal to do the refinance to get into the single digits. That is going to save you about $150 off your car payment. Okay, so that way you're not stuck with this high car payment for an older model car. All right, and make sure that before you buy your car, always do the pre-approval. Do the pre-approval. That way you know what amount you actually qualify for. Now you know what you're actually looking for and how to negotiate. All right. So understanding, like I said, with Capital One, they uses FICO 8. Navy Federal, they use FICO 9, right? So understanding that your FICO 8, again, they, like with the credit cards and stuff like that, they use the FICO 8. The information is more sensitive on the FICO 8 than it is on the FICO 9. One late payment on the FICO 8 is not going to hurt you as much as if you have multiple late payments, which, you know, is a no-brainer. But the thing about it, like with authorized users and stuff like that, the FICO 8 won't calculate it. And then if you have a collections accounts of $100 or less, they're not going to calculate that as well. Now with the FICO 9, you have public records, medical bills, and stuff like that. They don't calculate that anymore. All right. Now, also, like if you have collections with zero balance, those are not going to be calculated in. Now, the thing about it, like I told you, with your Vantage score, because some people, even though like with Capital One, they give you your Vantage TransUnion, but they actually pull from your FICO score. So that Vantage score is totally different. The numbers are totally different. That's the reason I tell you guys, like when you have a credit card that says, oh, here's your credit score, that number more likely isn't the right number. Okay, that's not the real number. They're probably giving you a Vantage score. So you have to be very careful when you're seeing those numbers. Even though it may be showing a higher number, that may not be the real number. So you really have to be careful when your credit cards are giving you these credit scores, okay? Now, in terms of like your rental history, that's going to help boost up your FICO 9. You're adding utility bills, helps boost up your FICO 9. Adding authorized users help boost up your FICO 9. All right, so now you know in terms of what it takes to, what credit score is needed to get a Navy Federal auto loan. So if you have more questions about your personal credit, about business credit, click the link below, schedule a one-on-one consultation, or go to three-way funding or HoustonMcMiller.net and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.